So all this time, I never really understood or realized the beauty of Kenya, of Africa. And I felt like it was because the West was hiding the truth about Kenya, about Africa's history and its value in the world. And I felt like all my life, they've been hiding the truth by spreading lies about Kenya, about Africa, to make it seem as if it's a bad place. As a result, this made me feel clueless, like I did not know anything. I was a complete, if you go to school and you just don't know anything, that's how I felt about Africa, and I feel like most of my friends, they only know about Ghana and Nigeria, and they don't really know a lot about other African countries, whether that be Kenya or Tanzania or Congo. No one really talks about those type of countries. And it was a shame for me, because I wanted to know a lot more. I did not want to be a clueless guy in the UK that is just sitting at home, just knows nothing, I wanted to find out more about my own African heritage. And I feel like this plays down to the lifestyle that we live in the UK, where so many people neglect Africa. They go to Thailand or they go to Spain, they go to Italy, but no one really goes to Africa or goes to Kenya, because I feel like it's the West we have to blame, because they're always showing a side of Africa that it's not really true. And today I'm going to show you what are these things that they tell you about Africa, places like Kenya. One of the things that the news portrays Kenya, Africa to be like is they always tell you that, Africa, Kenya has so many diseases that you should be careful. They're telling you that you have to get 10, 20 vaccines before you go to Kenya, before you go to Africa. When I went to Nairobi and I went to ask the staff in a hotel, I asked her, do you guys get a lot of mosquitoes? And she said, no, not at all. You might experience some mosquitoes in the summer months, like maybe around December when it gets hot. You might see them. Yeah, you're not really going to be seeing mosquitoes biting you, flying around. No. So all that time, I've been wasting money on getting vaccines, getting jabs. For what? There's no diseases. When I went to Kenya, right, I did not get a disease. I did not get a mosquito bite, not even one. That's what I'm trying to say. The West will always lie about Kenya, about Africa, because they don't want you to go. They want you to stay in the UK where it's cold every single day. Everyone is miserable. And the thing is, right, what they fail to mention is that there's diseases in the UK as well. The UK has people that have illnesses and diseases. So why don't they show that on the news? It doesn't make any sense. Another thing that I felt that the West was hiding for me was the level of safety in Kenya. Kenya is pretty safe, really safe. In fact, more safe than the UK. But the West will always show Kenya, Africa to be a dangerous place, that no one should travel there and it's really dangerous. But no, that's a lie. They don't show you the posh side of Kenya, places like Kitisuru, Karen. They don't show you those places. They show you the slums and they show you little kids walking on the street, pretty much naked, fetching water. That's what they will show you. But as soon as I went to Kenya and I realized and I saw that people do have their own money, you have a lower class, you have a middle class, and you have a higher class, upper class, for people that are rich, that are earning more money. It's not just poverty in Kenya or in Africa. You've got rich areas and you've got posh areas. And the harsh truth is that people in Kenya are probably going to be living a better life than the people in the UK. Because most people in the UK, including myself, are struggling. We have no work-life balance. But then you look at the UK, people are saying, the UK is so nice, or the US is so nice. They try to sell you a fake dream. They show you the posh side of London. They show you central London. They show you the London Eye. Nice, expensive places in London. But what they don't show you is they don't show you the council flats. People selling drugs. People smoking weed everywhere. Drug addicts. People trying to sell you cocaine and all this. Whereas in Kenya, any drug is illegal, you know. If you're caught with marijuana or cocaine, you're going to be sent to jail for life. I'm not sure if it's for life, but yeah, you're pretty much going to be sent to jail. But in the UK, we're seeing drug dealers roaming around the street free. You know, I'm like, what's that about? Like, so of course, where would I want to live? In a place that is full of drug addicts? Or a place where drugs are illegal and pretty much no one is going to be trying to sell me drugs or trying to go up to me and say, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? Like, so guys, when you leave Africa, when you leave Kenya, this is what you're coming to. So how did I feel when I discovered what the West was doing, you know, hiding the truth about Kenya, Africa, you know, because Kenya, Africa is paradise, you know. It's a beautiful country. Africa is a beautiful continent. So when I found out that they were hiding all of this from me, of course, I was frustrated. I was disappointed that, the UK could never do this to me. You know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, wow, the UK was so good to me that it would never hurt me in my entire life, until it ended up doing that, destroying my mind to think that Africa was a certain way. But I'm so happy that I went to Kenya, because I actually now know that Africa is not bad. Kenya is not bad. It's actually a good place to go to live. If you want to settle down there, it's a good place to go as well. So now that's what I'm thinking. And the feeling of not being wanted, not belonging in the UK, that just accelerated to a whole new level. Because when I finally realized that the West was hiding all of this for me, you know, the value of Africa, of Kenya, of course, you know, I wanted nothing to do with the UK. This gave me the confirmation that I needed to finally understand that the negativity, you know, in the West, in the UK, the culture in the West does not align with who I am. So that's when I came to that realization, you know. And yeah, if you think that you're in the same position as me, if you want more inspiration, more motivation to move to the African continent, to Kenya, make sure to, you know, subscribe, like the video, and also comment down below what you think, you know. How did the West prevent you from going to Africa, going to Kenya? Please do let me know down in the comments below, and yeah, peace.